You know what this month was? This month was all about screw stim, mother effing dropship in the house. Hey there guys, this is Reckles with WTBGold, and welcome to the second episode of our monthly series, Hots, Winners, and Losers, where on the first of every month we give you the most OP builds to try out from the month before. Now last month it was all about who can survive while perma-silenced from Alarak and Twilight Dream. This month, with Samuro's entrance to the Nexus, the Sergeant Hammer Brawl, Nova free week, and I think we had 2 Zeratul free weeks, this month was all about who can survive against stealthies. For example, September's best tanks were Diablo and Rexxar, but they lost their spot to Muradin, who just doesn't give a fuck about stealthies. Like, oh look, Burning Rage, you're unstealthed. Do you want to attack me? Well, bam, Thunderclap, you can't. Also, I heal if you keep standing there. Okay, I'm gonna jump away now, bye. Don't follow me, you're slowed. Like, stealthies ain't nothing to him. So let's look at the biggest winners and losers this month. These are the heroes who had the biggest monthly fall or rise in win rate. At number 5, cho'gall is in our biggest losers for the second month after falling 6.5% in October. Initially, I was pretty confused by this because the best builds have Cho going full Surging Fist and Gall building into Shielding Orbs. So like, if he gets ganked, he'd totally be able to get away, right? But here's the thing, Stealthies, Zeratul's not gonna gank a cho'gall. That's suicide, right? Imagine this instead. It's level 6, and you see Falstad turning in some spider butts. So you Surging Fist in there. Suddenly, it's not just Falstad, but also Nova and Samuro. Like, you're just dead, no questions. And your dying gives the enemies lane control, the objective, and an XP advantage. So, would something like that happen 1 out of 15 games? No, for sure. At number 4, we have Raynor. He can put out stupid single target damage, but Samuro is 3 targets and does enough burst damage to kill you through your trait. So Raynor fell. Interestingly though, his best auto attack build shifted a little bit more into survival. Gimme More instead of Seasoned Marksman, and Bullseye the stun at 16 to prevent ganks. Li Ming fell 7%. Her build's the same, going full teleport, but she's super weak to ganks, and Samuro clones block orbs, so her wave clear dies a little bit. At number 2, Greymane's best build was full auto attack with his wolf form, just like last month, but like cho'gall, he can get punished if he uses Dark Flight to engage, so I expect more of a shift to his Q build in the coming couple weeks. The biggest loser this month was Rhaegar, who fell 9% from not even a stellar win rate. Like, this isn't even a correction. We're witnessing a downward spiral of the Church of Rhaegar. He is now officially trash tier. We need Pally time to work with Blizzard to bring back the church to its former glory. For the winners this month, those who saw the most improvement, we're going to be starting with Zagara. If you've played Zigzag this month, you've probably noticed that you've maybe been playing her a little bit safer, a more lane-centered focus on creep. With Infested Drop and Medusa Blades, you can still just absolutely dominate a lane from pretty much the safety of your towers. Like, you don't have to push forward and get ganked in order to win a lane. At a tie for number 4, we have Muradin and Zul. Again, 2 people who can absolutely control lane without being in danger of dying. Interestingly though, we don't see Tassadar on this list, who is the quintessential solo laner and always has been. But Archon was his best ult this month rather than Force Wall, and his old DPS build started to get a little bit more popular. So, yay that. Down with Rhaegar. The third biggest improvement for the 3rd month in a row too is full DPS Malf. I'm talking Twilight Dream, Full Moonfire. Guys, if you haven't played DPS Malf yet, do it. It's super fun. We'll talk more about him in a bit though. Karazim is back in the game with a 4% win rate boost up to 71%. It seems like everyone's fully embraced the power of his Insight build, where if you get 100 stacks before 11-7, you're just unstoppable early game. Like 0 cooldown on all your abilities. It's fantastic. But a trick to getting him stacked up that I found is just as soon as a siege camp comes up, go and try to capture it. That's an easy 50 stacks on your trait. The most improved this month is a tie. Gul'dan's Corruption and Reign of Destruction build and Lieutenant Morales both tied at 6% improvement. With Morales, it's the normal build, but her ultimate is dropship, and oh my god, I'm so excited about that. Like, it's not only gang prevention, but you can drop your own Samuro on top of someone taking a merc camp, and yeah, they're just dead. Before we go to best builds, though, the worst deserve at least a mention. As the meta shifts into what I'm expecting to be a double healer comp, we'll probably see this month's worst heroes. Jaina, Raynor, Greymane, and Stitches rise back up. But here's what I want to say. Chromie, Medivh, and Zeratul are in the bottom 5 again for this second month in a row. Blizz, please. They need a little love. Maybe if, like, just Sandblast did a little damage to minions or something. I don't know. But let's get into it, though. Edge of your seats. Here are the best builds for solo queue in October. Sergeant Hammer held strong this month at 75% win rate with her max damage ambush build. Yeah, you're gonna die to ganks, but damn it, you're gonna kill everyone in the world before you do. The fourth best hero this month is Lieutenant Morales with a 76% win rate. There's nothing different about her build other than the map dominating ult dropship, which is super strong if you have a little bit of a ganky team. You can just bounce around from objective to objective and merc camp to merc camp, tower to tower, and just annihilate anyone who's solo laning or a couple of people who get caught out. The third best is Malf. This is the second time DPS Malf has been in the top 5. He's scary, guys. You think of him as a healer, but he can have the same range and hero damage as Sergeant Hammer. I'm actually really intrigued, though, that this particular build specs into Treant at level 4 rather than the increased range on all abilities. At number 2, we have the Butcher back at it again. The fact that the meta shifted and most melee assassins dropped, but he maintained the same win rate as last month shows just how crazy he is right now. Like, this month, his blood build was passed up by a Ruthless Onslaught build that shows his versatility. You take Unrelenting Pursuit, Meat Shield, and Enraged, and this reduces the damage you take if you engage and accidentally bite off a little bit more than you chew. Okay, are y'all ready for my rant about our number 1? Well, big surprise, it's Samuro with an 80% win rate. Like, just by having a Samuro on your team, level 1, no matter what he builds, no matter what talents he takes, you have a 67% chance of winning. The last time we had a new hero come out of the gate this overpowered, it was Thrall, and even Kael'thas wasn't this strong. You're pretty much building full Windwalk, which honestly surprises me because you can get 3 times the damage with a separate build. But you know, it's survivability, so whatever, it works. Here's my problem, though. Let's talk game design. You can think of each new hero as a small DLC, a monthly $10 expansion into Heroes of the Storm. Now, you can expand a game with incremental or supplemental content. Both are designed to get the average playtime up. Having a new Brawl game mode is incremental. It increases playtime through an additional thing to do. This is a great way to help experienced players have a little bit more fun, or just bring former players back into the game. But it hurts new players who can be overwhelmed with all the different avenues of things to do. Supplemental expansions are easier for new players because they don't have more to do, just more options within the current framework. New heroes are supplemental. A viable way of adding supplemental content is to have it be really, really overpowered at first. That way, people who pay hard-earned money to get that new hero or that new map or that new gun or whatever that game revolves around, those people who pay for it feel good about their purchase. And, eventually it gets nerfed in a month or so, but it's fine for now. It's a fun experience for new players because they can come in, buy it, and feel OP, but experienced people feel nerfed. What they know isn't good anymore. And for the past 2 years, Blizzard has gone against this mindset. Lunara and cho'gall each came out with a 23% win rate. The only thing they did to Lunara was buff her orb walking ability. Gul'dan, Kerosene, and Oriole were sub 40%. Blizzard hasn't been afraid to let people lose initially, argue about it for a couple of weeks on Reddit, and eventually find the best build together. And honestly, this idea is kind of what this whole show you're watching right now is all about. Well, Samuro is one of their oldest heroes. He's been in development forever. They've had years to test him and redesign, so we can assume that they knew he was too strong, that this is an intentional shift in how Blizzard is approaching new content. So, Blizzard, who is your audience? Is the new content here to help new players or old players? Or hell, am I wrong? It's actually helping both and everything's fine. I mean, that's very possible. I just don't like change, so please let me know. I'm confused. But anyway, that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Subscribe if you haven't. Click the like button before you head out. That really, really helps me out, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.